Hey there, gamers. Another great match today. It's your host, Tempest. Adox is not feeling well today, so it's just me. Uh, we're starting off with a control map. A control map means that both teams are fighting for control over the same point. When one team gets to 100%, seen up top there, they win the rounds. Best 2 out of 3 on this map. On this type of map. We'll have to watch what kind of comp St. Francis is going with. Got Marion Moira, pretty good one for her. Cherry on, that's one of our tanks on Reinhardt. Got a Sombra on DPS. That's a pretty unusual pick for Chieftain. We'll see how it goes. Passing on with Reaper, pretty typical pick for him. And then got a Zarya and a Lucio also. Gonna hop onto our Reinhardt, start off the match. Nice to see the front of the fight. Just going in, keeping his shield up to protect his allies. Take out, SP takes out one of the healers, but also lose one of their tanks. Anyone's match right now. Anyone's fight. It's a pretty tough fight on the left side. Cherry's back, but separating from his team and trying to flank from the right. See how that goes for them. They're pushing forward on the left side, making some good progress, but the enemy does have the point, starting to get some percentage ticks, as you see up top. Quite an early EMP for the other team's Zarya, which means that they can't, SFU can't use their abilities for a few seconds. It's rough and really good ult. Moira has her ult. Frost isn't. Rest of the team is on their way to getting their ults. I'll have to see how they can utilize them in the next big fight. They're starting to get up there, ready to contest again. The other team's Winston has used his ults, which makes him get real mad and bat everyone all over the place. Really good effective use of his ult. Sombra's on point by herself. Retreats back to her translocator. Cherry leading the way for another push. Other team's Diva out of her mech, peppering in some damage. It's a good Zarya grab. Got a few of them. Amara, as Moira, got one kill with her coalescence. And the other team's healer went off the side, possibly trying to prevent herself from getting scattered from the rest of her team. So SFU has the point again, 13 to 84. Not bad. They can certainly can come back from this and get the rounds.
I'm hacking.
Diva ult takes Diva and Reaper on the other team, both doing their ults at the same time.
Okay, we gotta go.
It's a team wipe. Amari, everyone's coming back from getting pretty wrecked by those ults. See if they can contest in the slots. Other team's at 96%. They've hit 100. A nice big EMP from Chieftain on Zarya. Nice hammer from Cherry. I think they'll be able to take the point. They got 3 on point, no one contesting. So it's 33 to 99. If they lose, the other team takes the point and gets a tick on the percentage up there, they'll win the rounds. But it's best 2 out of 3 on this map. Amari has her ult again.
Leave it then. Try and save it.
So does Frost and Passion. They're probably wanting to save them for when the other team pushes again. Other team's Tracer giving them a bit of trouble, but they seem to be able to keep her back. Cherry slept again,
Cherry attack, cherry attack.
back up again. Other team trying to get a push. Amari's ult, devastatingly. Amari and Passion's ult, devastatingly effective in that fight. Cherry keeping an eye out on things, throwing a good fire strike in there. A team pushing from the left. See, Zarya has her ult, a grab which pulls everyone in. Could be good to keep them off the points. Oh, great grab catching 4 people. Good and effective at keeping them from being able to push. Keep off the 2 that were contesting, and I think they'll be able to take it. And that's the first round. St. Francis Red Flash. It's a really good opening round to today's match.
You got that bang energy drink. How does that taste?
Seems to be a quite effective comp for them. Zarya and Moira's also really influential that game. So now we are on Legion, or another map on Legion Tower. It's the same map, different.
The person who attacked the Mega on our right side.
It's the same game, different map. Cherry using fire charge to get in there. Good. Our team beats them by a little bit. Point. Getting St. Francis having to retreat a bit. That's how strong the other team came into that, but they just regrouped, waited for Cherry to come back from being dead. And trying to charge in again. It's rough. Since the other team got on the point first, they do have a bit of defender's advantage. They have a Symmetra this time, and I would guess some turrets in there that are keeping St. Francis from being able to get in there and brawl like they want to. Amari's ult being used to heal her team and damage the other team. Not enough to keep them from losing their ground there. They're gonna have to regroup and start basically from scratch. Our team is at 36% of the point. Chieftain's at 86%. Also, devastating Earth Shatter from that enemy Reinhardt. Trying to keep the ground there. Mari's by herself here. Chieftain and Cherry have their ults, and everyone's back alive to go in for the next push.
Ready, they have a bunch of turrets. I'm going to EMP this.
They're pretty scattered now going in, but if they can flank effectively, that might not be a disadvantage for them. Going in, getting rid of those Symmetra turrets, make the way a bit clear for them. Chieftain's EMP followed by Cherry's Earth Shattered. It's good work, but that Death Blossom from the enemy Reaper really got in there from the back. Chieftain going in as Sombra, trying to. Yep. The other team got that objective. They weren't even able to get a percent. Real shame, but hopefully they can. Like I said, this is 2 out of 3. So if they can get the next map, they can win this game and putting them their first win of the night, hopefully. So stayed at the same comp between rounds. Maybe they'll change things up after how that round went.
Oh, so we have a new skin and then we don't have skins. That's such a dumb one. Yeah.
Going in, see, Chieftain switched to Junkrat, a favorite of his.
Tracer's back left.
Guess he wasn't getting as much value as he wanted out of Sombra. Push. Chieftain getting two off. Cherry getting to the back line, doing some good work. And they seem to be on track to, yeah, they have the point going into this run. This will be good because they have a defender's advantage now since they have the point. They can they have a better vantage point to do this. Hopefully they can keep the point this round and take the game. Reinhardt has his Earth Shatter ult that puts his hammer down and stuns everybody.
Okay, no Moira's.
Amari almost has her ults.
Tracer is the problem.
Lost that fight. I hope
Trying to evade her the whole time.
the team kill pretty much. Hopefully they can regroup once they all come back.
I have pull, we can push in on that. Yeah, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, going in there. Got two more ults going on at the same time. Contesting coalescences. Cherry still has his ult. Zarya has hers.
Hey, grab, I have tire.
Tracer pulled left.
They can get the point back. It's 26% to 38%. So their team is doing better this round so far.
Can't destroy it with one.
But really just need to take it and hold it.
Tire's gonna go the same place.
Zarya can get a good use of her ult. Got 4 ults on the board and haven't seen any in a bit.
DPS has to go and deal with that because that is holding us. Okay.
Got
We're in a kill.
seem to be pretty stuck right now. Hopefully they can regather themselves up, regroup.
Okay, tire's gonna go right.
I'm gonna grab to initiate. Alright, they're grabbed.
Two grabs at once. So kind of negate each other there. Chieftain Cherry drops his ult, gets good value out of it. Moira too. Oh, that was a huge fire strike from Cherry, getting 3 with 1. That's beautiful to watch. Hopefully they can take the round from here if they can just hold on to the point. And they do still have an ult in the chamber. So they're not. They didn't use completely all of their resources there. It was well worth it to take the point. Take out the enemy. Reinhardt. Enemy Moira has her ult, getting pretty good value out of. If Passion can get in there with his ults. It looks like they'll have to regroup, but they only have 10% left to do so. So remember, enemy team gets 100%. They take the rounds and they also take the game. So they just need to contest as long as they can.
I got pinned.
So we're in overtime. Cicada contesting. Who got still contesting? It's rough.
I didn't think it would go that far. I took his stock with 0.
So St. Francis loses the first game there, 2-1. Play of the game. Cherry's Reinhardt. Not surprised at all. Probably that Earth Shatter into Fire Strike. Ah,
It wasn't even the pin that got everything. It was this. They just
lined up right in a row. Perfect for them. Alright. Can take a break between. Gonna transition to the
TS.
be right back screen while we're waiting for the next game to start.
No, he's not. Now I'm dead.
Oh,
And we're back on the second game of the night. This map is an escort map, which means that one team is trying to push a payload across a map to the endpoint to get points for hitting checkpoints and for getting close to the end checkpoint. Whoever can push theirs farthest wins. They see, St. Francis is on defense. Start.
yeah, we'll just switch if we need to.
No, I just threw myself in the lava.
Got the same comp as they started with a Reinhardt and Zarya for tanks, Sombra and Passion's Reaper for DPS, and Moira and Lucio for healers. So that worked for them for some of the control map. It's not a very strongly defense map. It's not It's not very strongly a defense comp, but it's not bad for defense, I wouldn't say. I was remember that I can. Spacebar for first person.
I hacked the Mega. First Megas are hacked.
Alright. And give the enemy team a lot of space to start off with. We're in Route 66. That's the map that we're playing this on. It's got a pretty strong brawling area in the front bit that they started behind. I'm a little bit surprised with how far back they started, but Cherry and both tanks are down, which is rough to to have a fight with no tanks. Amari is low in the back and gets picked off. Cherry is back. Cicada's back. Just need to group up to defend well. Amari heading back into the fight.
I'll do it after I die.
Cicada and Cherry brawling with the enemy Reinhardt. So enemy team does get the first checkpoint. It's rough 'cause they really didn't get to pose much for that. That was rough. Enemy team gets no one with Reinhardt's Earth Shatter, but follow up, yeah, pretty rough. Amari has her ult. Cicada's not that far behind at 76%. And Cherry has 73%, so they're a decent bit of the way to having their ults. Hanzo on the high ground could possibly give them some trouble if you can snipe them off. Hanzo's dragon's preventing them from moving forward. It doesn't take anyone out, but did make a decent bit of space for the enemy team. Enemy team all up in the high ground. Enemy Moira not getting picks with that, but getting good value fight. Amari.
Your goal is to fight people that are DPS.
Oh my god, I just touched.
I'm trying to get this card. Their team has 2 ticks and 5 minutes to go. It's not looking good for the team, for the SFU team. Same team is basically 2/3 of their way to more than 2/3 away to getting the clinching the round. This has been a rough round for the SFU Red Flash. Don't seem to have much coordination going on. See if it's looking rough. At the very least, they could stall for as much time as they can, so that they can hope to beat the time at least. Because if they both make it all the way, that was a great grab, Coalescence combo. Spoiled a little bit by Hanzo's dragons. Just need to contest as long as they can, so hopefully they can beat the enemy team's time. If both teams get all 3 checkpoints, and then it goes down to who had the most spare time. And Amari was trying to contest there, just couldn't.
Go May if you're gonna stall.
Oh, I got shattered. I'm gonna switch to May.
She's trying to contest his Tracer and getting stunned.
Raven, you have to touch first.
Cherry's a bit too high there to contest his Diva. So enemy team got all 3 points with 3 minutes and 27 seconds to spare. It's pretty nice for them. See if St. Francis can beat their time, can have more time on the clock when they hit 3 checkpoints, then hopefully they can take the second game of the night.
I think we need to try to die. I think we need to die.
And as a reminder, the way these games go, to get to win the whole match, the team needs to win it's the first 2-3 wins.
We're doing dive.
So St. Francis switching up their comp a decent bit, going more dive with a Winston and a Diva. They're very mobile heroes that are good at getting to the back lines and basically causing havoc. Another notable switch, Amari has switched from Moira to Mercy. She's been getting a lot of value out of her Moira, but I assume wanting a balance more healing to damage, because it's really been tough this game. Cherry getting to the high ground, trying to find his way to dive in. Amari supporting from behind. Great thing about Winston, he has a lot of mobility. He's getting Zen in the back.
He's one. Ready to go.
The follow up there, taking out the Winston. Amari keeping everyone healed. As they're been able to push a bit. The enemy team didn't give them as much space as they gave the enemy team in the first round.
Countdown your dives.
Diva trying to get rid of that Hanzo, keeping him from being able to snipe.
Hack and run. Hack, sorry attack.
Cherry in the back. Slept.
Sorry's behind us.
Diva's out of mech, so she's
Sorry attack.
trying to contest while having very little health and very little ability to do damage. But doing alright this kid's doing alright with what he's got. Trying to get back up the mech. Amari using her ult.
Someone's got res.
Soldier top left.
Soldiers back behind that stuff there, causing them a bit of trouble. Amari debating whether or not to go for the res. Did not. Cicada again, trying to contest as a baby diva. That's the term for diva when she's out of her mech.
Okay, this is winnable.
Cherry's top as
Yeah, ADP, so we'll go with that.
Winston. Check up on ults. Chieftain has his EMP, but that's really an ult that you need the team to be able to follow up on.
Ready?
Cicada
I'm hacking.
and Passing are close to having their ult.
Everyone.
Get the enemy Zarya out of the way, as well as the enemy Ryan, hopefully. Yep. And the Ana, looks like they're well on their way to winning this fight and getting a good push on the cart. Possibly to the checkpoint. See? There you go. The tanks getting to that back line, causing them trouble, causing them unable to contest.
Going up.
Got 4 ults on deck. See how they use them in this next fight that just started. Looking better for them than it has.
Zarya's top left, right outside of point.
Amari gets a nice res off of Passion's Reaper.
I'm gonna wait for Zarya to drop, and I'm gonna hack.
Tanks keep going for that back line. Seems to be doing alright for them. A nice double kill for Cicada, but then getting stuck in the enemy grab. It's rough. Didn't get to get any kills off with the Diva bomb. Cherry contesting as then getting the Anna in the back. Good, good pick.
Visor, hide.
Use feet. Okay, Miranda, whenever you don't use beat for Zar grab, you have to use it for soldier. Or vice versa. If you don't use it for soldier, you have to use it for
That's Kata hanging out in the back, waiting for his team to come. Team seems to be regrouping some. Dive can be really powerful, but it's hard. It's hard to stay coordinated.
I'm gonna hack Ryan. Ryan tack.
Tanks are diving in, getting that right out of the way. Diva's out of mech.
Soldier tack.
Seem to be doing alright this one. Cherry has his ult, as does Cicada, dropping that. Probably getting the mech back. Out of mech again.
Well, this soldier's carrying really hard.
Oh, I love Steve. Steve's the best.
Cherry has his ult. I saw it in the last game when with the enemy Winston getting angry and juggling everyone around. It's I would say a high skill ult. Have to be able to effectively juggle the enemy team. A nice res of Cherry. Hopefully he can use his ult now to get the point. Okay, there he goes.
We're soldier. Soldier has ult. He has visor.
Keeping the enemy team off of the point.
I'm not gonna chase. He's low. No, he's gone. He went all the way to the health pack.
Beware of that. We have to kite it because Miranda doesn't have ult. Or you have to eat it and we focus him. You get me, Shannon?
Alright.
He's hacked. Oh, he's on
Enemy team trying to come in from the top right, but getting pretty well contested by Cherry and the rest of his team. Still take the point.
I can't touch. Unfortunate.
And that's the game. They are not able to get the payload to the point. So they lose the second game of the night. Another play of the game from Cherry.
We do fine. It's just that soldier's hard carrying, I think.
Is it his Winston ult? I would assume. Yep. Oh, there we go.
Because whenever he was gone first,
Really effective Winston ult from Cherry.
he was just hard carrying.
We'll be right back in a sec when we're starting the third game. Alright, going into the third game of the night.
What?
How does that make sense? You have more time to play the game than as
On a 2-point
Yeah, but
uh,
stolen accounts can
assault map,
if they're playing from home, they might not be level 10.
believe. So for these type of maps, teams need to try to take 2 different points, A and B, and
How do you want to defend?
whoever gets either if you get the both maps with the most
Later, one
time
fight.
left over, like whoever gets closest,
I'll go Tracer
whoever
for
gets
I don't know, the EMP
the
is really
most.
helping us win fights.
I don't
that's why
face
I'm
things well,
going
but
May? I don't think so.
the same
Why did you say alright resume? As if we didn't already
the same comp as starting the night with. I don't know how this comp's working out for them. Let's move into first person. Again, Cherry and Cicada on Reinhardt and Zarya. Cheaton and Passion on Sombra and Reaper. And Amari and Frost on Moira and Lucio. Keep coming back to this comp. But it hasn't been working all that well for them. I have to coordinate quite well for this to work out for them.
Oh my god, I'm over wrong person. Back up, back up, back up.
Trying to hold this choke here.
Doom, no.
Doom tack.
Genji's in the right side. Okay, nice.
Cherry getting a nice charge and brawling the enemy.
Nice.
Huge, run. Doom.
Attack.
Getting that Doom Fist as well.
Okay, Genji.
Nice fight for SFU.
Okay, don't taxi. Just stay with the team.
And Cherry already has his ult. So that was really good ult building on his part. Probably brawling that Reinhardt was a good bit of that. I didn't come in once more. See if Cherry can get some good use. Got his Earth Shatter off. Hopefully his team can follow up on that. Other teams trying to get on points. Possibly gonna be able to take it. So probably gonna have to defend the second point now. I don't think
I'm sorry.
not gonna be able to stall it.
You didn't see me do that. You didn't see me do that. That's all I gotta say.
All right, other team's starting to come in.
I'm gonna mirror Moira. No, on mid.
Trying to keep the other team from it to come in. Other Reinhardt is nanoed, but being kept back by that graviton surge from Zarya.
I'm on point. Yeah.
Sorry, Dad.
I'm dead. There's a Doom on point. Doom.
He's hacked.
Doom.
Doom on point, getting taken out by Zarya.
Okay, this is fine. Come right side.
Cherry contesting on point. From trying to defend from that Moira and Genji. Tough people for a Reinhardt to work against. Getting rid of that Ana that was helping from the back. Genji's gone from the point. They're trying to find a good place to defend from. Chiefs and Frost and Passion have their ults, so they got a good deal in the chamber. Enemy team trying to see where they're coming from.
You just pushed me off the edge. Next.
Does EP go through walls? EP goes through walls, right? I can't. They saw me.
Beat that. Nice.
The 2 tanks getting graviton surged by the enemy Zarya. Sombra's EMP making it a bit easier for the team to. That's a really good fight from the SFU Red Flash. The other team got killed, got wiped there,
They saw me though, so I could
but don't have any ults up now. Cost the Red Flash quite a bit to keep the enemy team off the point. but hopefully they can take this round.
Okay, they're going top left.
Oh,
Bring
it's
it to the
Ash,
door.
top right. Ash is top right in that little building. Hold on.
It's looking to be a good round for the Red Flash so far, despite them losing the first point.
Sorry.
Zarya fighting that Genji there. The only one on point currently, I believe. Can take it out.
Okay.
SV's gotta be able to contest and hold. Got it. Got a touch.
Nice.
That was a wonderful combo from the Reinhardt and Moira.
Contest Ash.
Moira trying to take out the Ashe and Genji that were giving them trouble in the back. Enemy team does have a decent bit on the second point. Trying to get back to the point to contest together. Zarya has her ults. No one else is really close currently. The enemy team trying to get in through the left. Both tanks trying to keep them from doing so. Great Zarya ult halting their any progress they could have gotten from that way. Following up, getting all the back line. Getting Ashe, Mercy, Genji. Gonna have to back up, back to the point. Prevent from overextending themselves.
I might be able to farm EMP for this next fight.
Mari again has her ult. Chieftain's close. Cherry's decent way there. Getting some good fire strikes in there. Again, the enemy team is trying to go through left, up, but some going through mid as well. That EMP from Sombra, not enough to keep them from getting that second point, but they only had 50 seconds left on the clock, so hopefully if SFU can get both the points with more time on the clock, they can take this match. Round. See if they maybe if they switch up their comp, they can give themselves an edge. So this is if they can't get this round, it'll be the last match of the night for the Red Flash. If they do get this, they get to keep playing. 'Cause like I said, it's first 3 games won. Just messing around in the arcade before the match starts. The only notable change, nothing else changed, but Chieftain switching from Sombra to Junkrat. That's, as I said before, usually a favorite of his. Because he hasn't been getting enough via Sombra. He's been getting off a decent amount of EMPs. Don't know if it's been when his team's been able to capitalize on them. Alright. Trying to get a good strong first charge here. Cherry in the front. Got a nice double kill there. Getting Mercy out of the way. Zarya, enemy Zarya on point. So it can be taken out. She's quite. Yep. Enemy Junk's the only one on point. I think they'll be able to take this first point pretty quick.
Where is she? I actually don't know where she went.
No one from the enemy team still on point.
I'll keep on building for ult and I'll probably swap.
Cherry's a decent amount of the way to his ult.
Watch her pokes.
No one Amari's decently there. Trying to push on the right here, same way that enemy team when their right, enemy team's left. So I guess might be switching to pushing mid. See what works for them.
If you can. Run. No, you're kidding. Run.
Getting pushed down back a decent bit. Mari and Cherry both have their ult with Cherry's down. Mari's ult could hopefully give the St. Francis Red Flash space they need. We'll have to see. Getting ready to push again.
Bro, they're gonna have to speed up here. Jump left side.
Decent push they got. Zarya ult making it a bit difficult for them if they can just survive this. Amari getting her ult off, giving them some space, giving some healing. Getting the healers both out of the way and one of the tanks. Hopefully they can get some good progress on the point now. Enemy Zarya down. We're doing some work. Oh, the good Zarya ult there. Hopefully getting...
When you can test Ash. I have tired for next fight. We need to get Ash first, though.
Alright, gonna need to push again. Chieftain and Frost both have their ults. Chieftain's Junkrat with his Riptire, and Frost's Lucio with his good defensive sound barrier. Cherry in front, putting a fire strike in there. Always a good first move for Ryan. Amari letting loose with her ult. Getting a decent amount. There. Getting some progress on the point while the enemy team's occupied. Gonna have to push again. They still have a decent amount of time. They just can't waste it. They're a bit scattered right now. Hopefully they can regroup. Reaper, Zarya, Reinhardt getting back to the rest of their team. Just gotta find a good way to contest. Can't keep going the same way they have been. Can't just keep pushing the same point. Passion and Cherry have their ults. Frost still has not used Lucio's ult.
I mean, either way, we're not getting them off high ground efficiently. Can you switch off jump?
Yeah. Oh, she's trying to get me all the way over here. Damn.
Cherry's got his Earth Shatter. Hopefully if he can get in close enough to use that well, or at least get one or two picks. Alright, they're regrouping. Chieftain's back to Sombra. Amari using her ult to get some healing for her team and as well as some space. Zarya is down on the enemy team. Or
I can hack him if we walk a little bit. Ash is right behind us,
Amari got cornered there. It's rough that not being able to get that. St. Francis does not have much time. They need to get the objective before 50 seconds. They have basically 10 seconds. It's looking quite rough. I don't know if he'll be able to do it.
Okay, they're top right. Ash's top left.
Just need to be mindful of time.
I'm also gonna try and farm out from behind them.
I don't think know if they'll be able to get.
Okay. Nice.
I forced him more. Almost down.
Nice. No Ryan.
Don't know what happens if they get
Shoot that.
the point under 50 seconds.
And come back to point. You can touch.
Bruh, they only have 20 seconds, less than 20 seconds to get the point at all. Mari's ult, getting the Junkrat, Mercy. Have only a few seconds, gotta keep contesting.
Bombs hack. Everyone's hack. Very double hack.
It's rough. It's overtime. Frost contesting, getting taken out. Looks like that's gonna be it. So that's 3 wins for the enemy team and none for Flash. That means ends. But Cherry is 3 for 3 for play of the game. That's quite an achievement, especially with all the great ults we've seen tonight. Looks like we'll. Alright. It's been a rough night, but
Oh, I didn't take picture of my guys.
3-0 for Flash, but hopefully they can come back next week. Learning from
We need to ask them for spin, so they're a good spin.
learn from tonight. Thank you for watching. I've been Tempest, your only host tonight. I'll see you next week.
Oh, we brought Rhythm back in here.
I am new.
That was his.
What? 2600 probably 2700.
On what? He has to be trolling.
There we go, team left.